जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानंदन ब्रजनरंजन, यशोदानंदन ब्रजनरंजन, यशोदानंदन ब्रजनरंजन, यशोदानंदन ब्रजनरंजन, यमुना तीरा वनचारी, यमुना तीरा वनचारी, राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानंदन भज जनरंजन, यशोदानंदन भज जनरंजन, यशोदानंदन भज जनरंजन, दानंदन भज जनरंजन, यशोदानंदन भज जनरंजन, यशोदानंदन भज जनरंजन, यमुना तीरा वनचारी, यमुना तीरा वनचारी, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा, जय प्रभुपदा शिल प्रभुपदा, जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा, भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपदा, जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा, जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा, जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा, गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय. So, hearing about the descriptions, no, okay, one second. Okay, so after hearing descriptions of Shivandan Dham, I will recite the Mangalachan prayers to invoke the blessings of the previous acharyas, of the Goswamis, of Srimati Radharani, Shri Krishna, and the Panchatattva. Om Matyanatimirandasya Jnananjanachalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Ruganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Saga Lalita Shri Vishakham Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosati Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhischa Kripa Hindu Hevacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshitarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivachadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shukopad ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Once again, hearty welcome to everyone for joining for Sunday Feast program. So the last two parts, we talked a lot about Srimati Tulsi Maharani, about her descriptions of her importance from Ramayana, from Garga Samhita, from Srimad Bhagavatam, and also Chaitanya Charitamrita. We talked about quite a bit. And last time we ended our discussion with the pastime of Tulsi Das, or how he came to know, what was his name, Tulsi Das. And just to have a quick recap, he served Srimati Tulsi Maharani for 5 years during a young age, with dedication, with utmost one-pointed attention, Ananya, undeviating, exclusive devotion to Tulsi Maharani. So in Padma Puran, and this verse is quoted in the Madhya of Chaitanya Charitamrita as well. It says that amongst all the worship, among the worship of all the different devatas, you say, right? The topmost Aradhanam Sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam Param. The topmost is this Lord Shiva speaking to Mother Parvati, saying that of all the worships, the topmost worship of Lord Vishnu. But then he says, but even more top, and even greater than worship of Lord Vishnu, is worship of the devotees. Because when you worship the devotees, Krishna becomes pleased. The devotees will say, why are you worship Krishna? They will direct you to worship the Supreme Lord, but Krishna becomes extremely happy. So Krishna says in Padma Puran again, saying that those who consider themselves as my devotee, they're not really my devotees. But those who consider devotees of my devotees, those are my devotees. So, serving Tulsi Maharani is one of kind of a sure shot way to catch Krishna's attention, because we want to catch Krishna's attention. Right? So we should not try to see Krishna. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj said that don't try to see Krishna. Instead, try to serve Krishna in such a way that Krishna wants to see you. So serving Krishna also means serving Krishna's devotees as well. To serve in such a way that Krishna will be the economy. Who is this? Krishna will say, I want to see that person. So he'll be eager to see you. And serve in such a way, but not with the intention that, I'm going to serve in such a way that Krishna will see me. No, serve with totally, in humility, humble attitude, saying that I'm not able to. So we'll be reading Krishna book, one of the Bhakti Vrikshas, and Vidura actually never, not Krishna book, in Bhagavatam, Vidura never got a chance or never actually saw Krishna face to face or had a talk one-on-one, you could say, with Krishna face to face. Even though he had lots of opportunity, Krishna used to come to the palace, right? I mean, he was there, but he never talked to Krishna one-on-one. And why the Prabhupada mentions that Vidura considered himself utterly disqualified to come and see Krishna. We know how great exalted Vidura is. Mahatma Vidura is called a Mahatma, Mahan Atma. Is none other than Yamaraj, right? So the humility, right? His humility. I'm worthless. I'm not even worthy of coming in front of Krishna. So I need to get purified. I'm going to go all the places of pilgrimage, which are like the lotus feet of Krishna, and get myself purified. And then, if I get a chance, right? So that's the mood of a devotee. So one should serve the devotees of Krishna in such a way that we are not worthy of talking directly to Krishna, talking directly to Krishna. Instead, let's serve Krishna through his devotees. And one of the top devotees of Krishna is Tulsi Maharani or Vrinda Devi. So today we will complete our series by reciting Vrinda Devi Ashtakam, written by none other than the Rasikacharya of Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, Srila Vishwanath Chakravartipad. So when we recite that, we'll do the translation, and Madhavi will recite the Ashtakam. We'll complete that to our discussion today. So starting, so we talked about Tulsidas, and all our Goswamis used to chant sitting near Tulsi Maharani. What we speak of our dear Goswamis, even Shriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was in Jagannath Puri Dham, when he used to chant, right? And devotees used to come and they say, "Oh, Mahaprabhu is chanting, but this is Tulsi Maharani here." What they used to do? They used to bring a pot of Tulsi Maharani, keep in front of him. This mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavat, and keep in front of him, and so that Mahaprabhu can chant in front of Tulsi Maharani. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to say that, or says that, in separation of Tulsi, I feel like a fish in separation from water. The natural environment of fish is water, but feeling separation from Tulsi, I'm like a fish outside of water. It's not natural environment, right? So being in connection with Tulsi Maharani, you become very expert in chanting. If you chant in front of Tulsi Maharani, you become very expert in chanting, and you go deep in chanting. So if you see most of the temples actually, what they do during Mangalarti or after Mangalarti, when they close the curtains, we do Tulsi Aarti, right? And after Tulsi Aarti is a Japa time, where the deities are being dressed for Shingarati. So devotees sit in circles around Tulsi Maharani and chant. And also when they have temples who has lot of Tulsi Maharani in there, maybe in the courtyard or in the top, balcony, wherever it is, the devotees will go near Tulsi Maharani and chant. It's potent. One may try to say, what is worth sitting in front of a tree, a plant, and chanting? What are you doing? Right? So I think the first session we talked about, there is a material level of consciousness people see Tulsi Maharani with, and a spiritual consciousness, which we should see, or devotees should see. So sitting in front of Tulsi Maharani, if you chant, become very expert in chanting, or would say it acts as a catalyst. A catalyst improves the runtime or reaction time of the experiment, right? So chanting in front of Tulsi Maharani acts as a catalyst in us becoming expert in chanting and go very deep in chanting. So even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to chant in front of Tulsi Maharani, and we should remember that even though Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna, he came in the mood to show how should a devotee behave. Right? So one of the important aspects of Mahaprabhu's appearance is his acharan, behavior of a devotee, behave. So etiquette, right? So we should chant as much as possible in front of Srimati Tulsi Maharani. And so those who don't have Tulsi Maharani, if not wish to have, please hope you have the desire to have Tulsi Maharani in a home as soon as possible. And if you want to progress in a bhakti, in spiritual life, in a very rapid way, then we should invite the Kevala Bhakti Pradayini, Srimati Tulsi Maharani, in our house. Right? So she is the one who gives or bestows upon Kevala Bhakti, not Mishra Bhakti, Kevala Bhakti, pure Bhakti to the devotees. Because Bhakti Sanjayate Bhakti. Those who have Bhakti can give Bhakti. Right? It's not produced somewhere else. Those who have Bhakti can only give Bhakti. And this very beautifully mentioned in Madhuri Kandambini, also by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, about where does Bhakti come from? Right? So Tulsi Maharani being the foremost, the closest associate of Srimati Radharani, she is Bhakti personified, you could say. Right? She has so much Bhakti, so much love for Krishna and Srimati Radharani and Krishna, that she can bestow that to the devotees. So, we have Tulsi Maharani, right? There are some rules to follow. So one example is, in previously the saints, they never ate anything. At least in Vrindavan, they never ate anything, or never ate anything from anyone who didn't wear Tulsi beads. Not just drinking water, not just eating, but drinking water also. They never used to have anything from a person who didn't have Tulsi beads. This would be sadhu like in Vrindavan, and during his bath time, someone brought as a service a bucket of water for him to take bath, and he saw that the person doesn't have Tulsi beads, so he told his servant, "Can you please go and get a bucket of water for me to take bath? I don't want from this person." You may think, why is being so so hard on him? We should be sadhu, we should be lenient, should be compassionate. We should not be so hard. Supposed to be compassionate, right? So there's a different definition of compassion. We may see this as not compassion, but the sadhu is actually compassionate. Why? Because when a devotee or when a person who understands that sadhu is exalted, and I want to really serve the sadhu, but the person is saying that no, I can't take service from you because don't have Tulsi beads. If the desire is sincere, what do you think the person will do? Say, oh, really? Just because I don't have Tulsi beads, I can't serve? Or say, let me just buy Tulsi bead and put and then bring him. Right? So what do you think? Within compassion, he by his compassionate nature, and by the sincere desire, if the desire is sincere of a person who wants to serve a sadhu, the person will do the needful so that he can serve the sadhu properly. And sadhu said that unless you have Tulsi bead, I can't take anything from you. So by the example, the person wore Tulsi Maharani or Tulsi, Kantimala, and we talked about in the last session as well what happens if you don't wear Tulsi Mala on your neck, around your neck, and if you eat something without having Tulsi bead, what does it result to? What does it mean? And if you drink water without having Tulsi bead, what does it mean? We talked about in the last session as well. So as one line says, "Yen kanthe Tulsi nasti, te nara mudha manasa." One don't have Tulsi Mala on their neck. This is scripture saying that te nara mudha manasa. They are the fools. They're the fools. Right? Who are human beings, so good say. Te nara mudha manasa. Right? So by the compassionate nature, the people who want to serve the devotees, they start wearing Tulsi Mala because they want to serve. Now there are of course rules and regulations. Meat eating, onion garlic, roti, coffee, etc. Right? And Shastra has mentioned that one who wears Tulsi Mala, Yambudutas don't even go in the direction. Not just go in that direction, not even the shadows fall in that direction. That's how it's kind of a barrier. And it's mentioned in Brahma Vaivarta Purana, it's kind of a barrier where it's impenetrable. You cannot penetrate the armor, kind of a shield when you wear Tulsi Mala around their neck. So we should definitely follow no meat eating, no onion garlic, as much as possible. Of course, no meat eating is definitely there. You should not wear Tulsi Mala while eating meat. No, that should not be. The principle is nothing should go beyond our throat, which is on prasad, when Tulsi Mala. So when we offer Chappan Bhog to our deities, right? To Shishita Sachirandan, to our home deity. We love to, especially Jagannath Ji, Chappan Bhog, right? But if only Tulsi is there, then Krishna will eat it. Right? So is there anything, what kind of food preparation can we make which is not there in Golok Vrindavan? Right? So this is from the Sankalpa Kalpadrumal. This is written by Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. It says, Paktva sitam madura payasa sakka supa bhaji prabharti amrita nindi chaturvidhanam. What does it mean? Is when you have cooked a great meal of vegetables. This is talking about Shrimati Radharani. When Shrimati Radharani cooks a great meal of vegetables, rice, soup, sweet rice, and many other foods. It rebukes the taste of nectar. When Srimati Radharani makes such amazing cooking, amazing, wonderful, delicious meals for Krishna, even nectar is like bitter god, I would say. Even nectar is nowhere in comparison to the food prepared by Srimati Radharani for Krishna. And one of the most beautiful prayers, which I love personally, is the Bhoga Arati prayer. So I just recite 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stanzas of that, and then I'll read the translation. It says, Chukta sakadi bhaji nalita kushmanda dali dalna dugdha tubidadi muchakhanda budga bora masa bora roti ka ghritanna shashakuli pishta ka khirpuli payasanna karpura amrita keli rambha khirasara amrita rasala amla dwadasha prakara ruchi chini sarpori laddu rasabali bhojan Krishna hoye kutuhali radhikara pakka anna vividya vyanjana param anande Krishna korena bhojana. Is written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He says that there then Krishna is served a feast of sukta, various kinds of green leaf vegetables, nice fried things, a salad made of green leaves of the jute plant. They also served pumpkin, baskets of fruit, small square cakes made of lentils and cooked on milk, then thick yogurt, squash cooked in milk, and vegetable preparations made from the tower of the banana tree. Then they receive fried squares of moong dal patties and urad dal patties, chapatis, rice with ghee. Next, sweets with milk, sugar, and sesame. Then rice flour cakes, thick cooled down milk, cakes floating in milk, sweet rice. Then sweet rice that tastes like nectar due to its being mixed with camphor. There are bananas, cheese, which is nectarian and delicious. They're also served 12 kinds of sour preparations made with tamarind, lime, lemons, oranges, and pomegranates. There are buns made with white flour and sugar, buns filled with cream, laddus and dal patties boiled in sugar rice. Krishna eagerly eats all the food. In great ecstasy and joy, Krishna eats the rice, curried vegetables, sweets, and pastries cooked by Srimati Radharani. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving a small peek into what's going on in the spiritual world. The amount of preparations Srimati Radharani makes, and she never makes one preparation twice. What can we possibly make that attract Krishna to us when we make something? Right? Such amazing things have been prepared in the spiritual world. The two things, first of all, is bhakti, right? And second one is Tulsi Maharani. Still, so even when we offer, whatever we prepare, Krishna comes from the spiritual world to eat to our house and eats bhoga. It's not that our bhoga, what we prepare, is more delicious than what Mother Yashoda makes or Srimati Radharani makes, but it because Tulsi leaf is on the top. Krishna comes because of Tulsi leaf. Similarly, we are also bhoga vastu. Bhoktaram Nigdita Pesam. Krishna is a Bhoktaram. Right? So we are also one of the, say, 56 items. And if we have Tulsi, Krishna accepts us. We are also offering, we are being offered to Krishna. If you have Tulsi leaf on us, Tulsi on us, right? Then Krishna will surely accept us. So one of the 64 limbs of devotional service is Tulsi Nishtha. So there are 5 Nisthas a devotee Vaishnava should have. Its acronym is 10 BG, 10 Bhagavad Gita. Was it first 10? It's Tulsi Nishtha. E is what? Ekadashi Nishtha. N is Nama Nishtha. B is Bhagavat Nishtha. And G is Guru and Vaishnava Nishtha. These are 5 Nishtha one should have. And there are 8 principal names mentioned in the Padma Puran. And one of the falashruti of this is, if every day one recites these names while offering the Tulsi leaves, then Govinda or Krishna totally establishes himself in the heart of such a person. This mentioned in Padma Puran. I list out the 8 principal names of Srimati Tulsi Maharani. One is Vrinda, then Vrindavani, then Vishwapavani, then Vishwapujita, 5th is Nandini, 6th is Pushpasar, 7th is Tulasi, and 8th is Krishna Jivani. Now, if someone said, hey, how will I read? Difficult, cannot remember one by one. Is a reverse type format. So this verse-like format, which we can recite. It says, Vrinda Vrindavani Vishwa Pavani Vishwa Pujita Nandini Pushpa Saracha Tulsi Krishna Jivani. This is once again. Vrinda Vrindavani Pushpa Vrinda Vrindavani Vishwa Pavani Vishwa Pujita Nandini Pushpa Saracha Tulsi Krishna Jivani. So one can recite this verse and then offer Tulsi Maharani to Krishna. And while reciting this, we should remember one very, very important person. That is none other than our dearmost Srila Prabhupada. Because no one, na bhuto, na bhavishyati, neither in the past nor will in the future, no one has ever preached the importance of Tulsi Maharani like Srila Prabhupada. Like no Acharya or Sampradaya. They have written so many wonderful descriptions of glorification of Tulsi Maharani, but they have never preached such in a strong way of the worship of and importance of Tulsi Maharani. So every day in temple, we talked about how, see, Nirantara Namalo Kara Tulsi Sevan Achirit Pabe Tumi Krishnera Acharan. Hadas Thakur says to the prostitute, Nirantara Nam, keep taking the name, the holy name of Krishna. Nirantara Namlo Kara Tulsi Sevan and serve Tulsi Maharani. What happens with that? Achirit Pabe Tumi Krishnera Acharan. Achirit means long. Achirit means in a very short way, short time. Very quickly you will achieve the lotus feet of Krishna. Right? This is what Hadas Thakur says. So Prabhupada, every day Prabhupada has made this schedule of having Tulsi Aarti in the temples every day. Even if you don't understand, Prabhupada, you do it. You have told you so. He has very tactfully made us engaged in the worship of Tulsi Maharani. Right? And so what happened? The topmost place of Vrinda Devi, Shri Vrinda Kund, is under ISKCON, Shri Prabhupada's ISKCON. Why? Because the person who distributed Tulsi to the whole world, Tulsi gave her own place to Shri Prabhupada's ISKCON. Reciprocation. Right? So it's amazing. Right? So we talked about our previous acharyas emphasizing the worship of Tulsi Maharani. Shri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the spiritual master of Shri Prabhupada, mentions that Srimati Tulsi Maharani is our spiritual master. She is the queen of Shri Vrindavan Dham. It is only by her mercy that one can be qualified to enter Shri Vrindavan Dham. We wear Tulsi Maharani around our neck, knowing that she is very, very dear to Lord Krishna. And by our allegiance to her, we chant the name of Lord Hari. And we talked about how serving the devotees makes Krishna happy. And in the poem titled Shri Sankalpa Kalpadruma, written by Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he glorifies Vrinda Devi in a series of verses. I'll just read the translation of those verses. He says, O Vrinda Devi, O protectress of the moving and non-moving living entities in Vrindavan, you are in the mercy of the divine couple to enjoy his pastimes in Braja. Please be merciful unto me. Place me among Shri Radha's associates. O Srimati Tulsi Devi, O celestial Ganges mercy, it is because I once placed my head at your lotus feet and drank some drops of water that washed your lotus feet, that these desires have arisen in my heart. O Srimati Tulsi Devi, how low I am, my heart pierced by hundreds of offenses, how exhausting and difficult is to attain. To attain is my aspiration. Your causeless mercy is my only hope. It is by your mercy, who I am so fallen, can have these desires in my thoughts. This very beautiful passage, a poem written by Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad. In one of those, he's saying that his desire to serve Radha and Krishna is because that he got the mercy of Srimati Tulsi Maharani. Okay. And in the Radha Krishna Navadesh Deepika, Srila Rupa Goswami mentions that Vrinda Devi is one of the best of Krishna's Gopi messengers. The Gopi messengers are extremely expert, they know the entire history geography of Vrindavan. They know what is where, what is what. They intimately know each and every groove and garden in Vrindavan. Okay. So one of the pastimes is that in this mentioned in Lalita Madhav by Sri Rupa Goswami, when Krishna is about to leave for Mathura, and Vrinda Devi meets with Purnamasi, and Parama says, do you hear the deafening sound? Can't you hear deafening sound? So that what is sound? The gopis are crying, wailing that Krishna is leaving Vrindavan. So he says, I don't know what happened. He says, Krishna is leaving Vrindavan, going to Mathura. And Tulsi Maharani, Vrinda Devi, she just stunned, saying that what will my service be now? I used to blossom the fruits, the flowers, the creepers, even off season, because Srimati Radharani and Krishna loved it. Now, if Krishna is not there, Shada is, they both are not together, what will I do? What will my service be? These are mood. So she is a controller, or she can control the blossoming of the flowers, the creepers, the fruits of each and everything in Vrindavan. Right? Vrindavan means the vana of Vrinda, of Tulsi Maharani. Right? All the Gopi messengers are filled with so much love for Srimati Radha and Krishna, but among them, Vrinda Devi is the best. Right? 1 second. Vrinda Devi is the best. So she has a beautiful complexion, like molten gold, and wears blue garments, and is decorated with what? Pearls and flowers. So this is there's a passage from Glories Vilas written by Shri Raghunath Das Goswami, in which in that he says, Vrinda Devi is a transcendental orchestrator of Radha and Krishna's pastimes. She decorates the pastime grooves and creates a festive atmosphere to enhance the divine couple's pleasure. She is expert at arranging the meeting of Shri Radha and Krishna, and she knows the best places for the divine couple's rendezvous. Flowers, creepers, vines, and trees are under her supervision, and all the birds and animals in Vrindavan carry out her orders. Her chief disciple is a yellow parrot called Daksha, who sits on her left hand. From there, he sends the other 100,000 parrot disciples flying all over Vraja to deliver Vrinda Devi's message or warnings of unforeseen. You know, for flight at the airport, we have the air traffic controller. Vrinda Devi's place, Vrinda Kund, is the Vrindavan traffic controller. She controls all the information going in and out. She knows what is happening. So the parrot named Daksha, if you go to Vrinda Kund, it's a beautiful pastime. We'll talk about it. Hopefully, we'll get to it now. So the yellow parrot Daksha, right? He has 100,000 disciples, parrot disciples. So he assigns them every morning. If you go to Vrinda Kund, this is what I heard from devotees, in Vrinda Kund, early in the morning, there'll be huge, humongous number of parrots assembled in Vrinda Kund, Vrindavan, Nandagram. Huge number of parrots. So what does Daksha do? He assigns, oh, you 10,000, you go here. Go to this particular place and see what is going on. You 10,000, you go there, what is going on. And they'll come back and report. Oh yeah, I see Krishna is right here right now. Oh, Srimati Radharani is right here right now. You know, she's right here. She want to meet. Okay, what to do? The entire flowing of information goes through Vrinda Kund. Daksha organizes everything. And Daksha says, Vrinda Devi, this is going on right now, this is what to do. And then she'll tell Daksha, and Daksha will relate to the parrot, the parrot disciples. So this constant flow of information. Remember, she's orchestrator of Shri Radha and Krishna's pastimes. So Purnamasi is also one of the orchestrator of pastimes, but is doing Sakhya Bhava or Dasya Bhava, Vatsalya Bhava. She organizes every pastime. She's an old lady, right, in the pastime. But when it comes to the Madhurya pastimes of Shri Radha and Krishna, Purnamasi takes a seat back. She's shy, and Vrinda Devi steps in to orchestrate the Madhurya, the loving amorous pastimes of Srimati Radha and Krishna. So that place of Vrinda Kund is a very, very extremely important place. And in Nandagram is the eternal residence of Nanda Maharaj, and is above Nandishwara Hill. And Vrinda Devi's Kund is the foothills of Nandishwara Hill, right? And near Vrinda Kund, is called Pavan Sarovar, is where Srimati Radharani comes every morning to cook Krishna's breakfast. So in meanwhile, Krishna and Balram will milk the cows, and Purnamasi, or the guru of Vrija, meets Vrindadevi at her place to plan divine couples' pleasure pastimes. Vrindadevi is the head orchestrator of their pastimes. And there is something called as this much further into it, but I'll just touch upon it. They are called Ashtakali Leelas, the eightfold pastimes of Srimati Radha and Krishna. Even though there is no time, or what is it? There is time, but so time is basically means anything which destroys. That's the main quality of time. There is time in spiritual world, but it's not controlled. It doesn't do any destruction. So this comes called as Ashtakali Leela, eightfold pastimes of Srimati Radha and Krishna. Right. So in that, in the eightfold pastimes of Radha and Krishna, Vrindadevi makes elaborate arrangements for the appropriate forest spot, for the specific trees, the creeper, which bank, where the color combination, fragrances. She is just making sure everything is perfect. Right? Which musical instruments to be played for the pleasure of Krishna and Radha. And she decides who among the number of gopis will assist Shri Lalita and Vishakha to offer sandalwood pulp, serve refreshments, and do everything. She's the backbone. She is behind everything that's going on for the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. We have in software we have the back end and front end, right? Front end everything going smooth. We say, oh, wonderful. They know what to do. But it's Vrinda Devi, and in the back telling, oh, you do this, you do that. This is going to be best, right? She's in everything. She has her hand in every possible thing. Right? Okay. So, and every single detail of each and every one of Radha and Krishna's eightfold pastimes, right? Vrinda Devi is engineering it, right? So after Krishna and Balram, finish their morning meal, they go to the forest of Vrindavan to tend their cows, their cowed boyfriends, and Srimati Radharani, on her way back to her home in Yavat, on the way back, she stops at Vrindakund and secretly meets Krishna there, and a spot called as Gupta Kund. Gupta means secret Kund, right? And that is the first meeting place of Shri Radha and Krishna, right? So there are main three meeting places of Shri Radha and Krishna. So first is early in the morning, Vrindakund, or behind Vrindakund called Gupta Kund, where they meet first. Then in the afternoon, they meet at Radha Kund. And the evening, they meet near the place of Shri Radha and Govinda temple. Okay? That's what they meet. Extra 3 times in a day. Main times which they meet. Right. So from dawn to sunrise, sunset, right? Vrinda Devi lovingly engages in the service of divine couple. Right? Every possible thing is maintained, is set up, because Tulsi Maharani has unlimited love for Srimati Radha and Krishna. Right? So this Vrindakund was given to under the care of Sri Prabhupada's ISKCON, right? Because Sri Prabhupada, as I mentioned, propagated the worship of Tulsi Maharani, the importance of Tulsi Maharani, all over the world. Each and every devotee, you will see who at least who are very serious, they have Tulsi Maharani, Tulsi Kantimala around their neck. This is as a show of allegiance. Yes, and what is it? What does it represent? Is Prabhupada used to say that this is like a collar. Right? So dogs have a collar. Like if the dog has a collar, we say, oh, that means this dog has a master. It's not a stray dog. Right? Similarly, when devotees, when they have this Tulsi Mala around their neck, it means, oh, they are not some stray living in a day. They have a master. Who is a master? Krishna is the master. This is like a collar, is an identification of a devotee who's serious, who wants to be serious in spiritual life. So this is what I had on the Glories of Tulsi Maharani, and well, this extremely minute, negligible things which I could mention. The Glories of Tulsi Maharani is unlimited. Unlimited. It can go on and on and on, but I don't know much to speak on the Glories of such a wonderful exalted devotee. So next thing what we'll do, I'll share my screen. and I will read out the of Vrinda Devi Ashtakam, and then Madhvi will sing the Vrinda Devi Ashtakam actual song, and then we'll end today's discussion. Okay, so let me share my screen. Meantime, not here. 1 second. Okay, here it is. So I'll read the translations. O Vrinda, you are adorned with an extremely brilliant transcendental dress, which is as red as a banduka flower. By your own supremely beautiful bodily luster, you put to shame the combined effulgence of pure gold, champaka flowers, and lightning bolts. If you see gold, champaka, they are yellow, white in color. They are supposed to be extremely bright, but your effulgence is so much that you overshadow them. And also, by that same luster of yours, you're continuously bathing your own personal associates, namely all the moving and non-moving residents of Vrindavan forest. We therefore offer our respectful obeisances unto your divine lotus feet. O Vrinda, the countenance of your face is especially radiant, being decorated with a gentle sweet smile, which has sprouted from your reddish lips, resembling the bimba fruit, as well as by being embellished with your pearl nose ornament. You are also endowed with loveliness by your body being decorated with multifarious, wonderfully jeweled ornaments. We therefore prostrate ourselves at your beautiful lotus feet. O Vrinda, the supremely pure abode of Sri Krishna, known as Sri Vrindavan Dham, which is a crest jewel amongst all the planets of the spiritual sky, is presided over by the charming daughter of King Vrishabhanu, Srimati Radhika. But she has awarded you with the power and authority to maintain this divine realm as your service to her. This is why we offer most heartfelt obeisances unto your beautiful lotus feet. O Vrinda, yes, here. O Vrinda, all the multitudes of Lord Madhava's loving sporting bowers become supremely beautified by being decorated under your direction, with fresh leaves, sprouts, flowers, bees, deer, peacocks, talking parrots, all types of animals and birds, as well as with wonderful seasons headed by spring. We therefore offer our respectful obeisances unto your divine lotus feet. O Vrinda, by your expertly intelligent service as a messenger for the divinely amorous couple of the bower, their transcendental love sports thereby become successfully fulfilled. Who in this world could possibly even speak of your great fortune? We therefore must simply bow down before your beautiful lotus feet. O Vrinda, devotees who have the desire to participate in the rasa dance, who long to live eternally in Vrindavan, and who hope only to achieve devotional service to the lotus feet of your most beloved lords, easily attain the everlasting fulfillment of all the desires by your gracious mercy. We therefore bow down to your divine lotus feet. O Vrinda, highly qualified sages who are well versed in the tantras of the mode of pure goodness, the scriptures written by Lord's pure devotees, have praised you as being the personified energy of Lord Krishna, known as Leela Shakti, the energy that helps perform his pastimes. You are also very famous in this world for your appearance here in the form of the tree known as Srimati Tulsi Devi. Therefore, we offer our most respectful obeisances unto your beautiful lotus feet. Unfortunately, bereft of devotional service and due to committing hundreds and thousands of offenses, we have been cast deep into the ocean of material existence. Indeed, we are being tossed about by the terrible waves of lust, anger, greed, etc. O most merciful one, our souls are surrendered unto you, and we offer our most respectful obeisances unto divine lotus feet. You see the humility of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He's seen he has committed hundreds and thousands of offenses. It's not he, he's talking about us. You are committed hundreds of thousands of offenses. You please take shelter of Srimati Tulsi Maharani. We are being tossed in the waves of Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madha, Matsarya. Surrender ourselves to Srimati Tulsi Maharani. And then she will take care, like a mother takes care of the child, and makes the child polished, cleaned up, powder, dots, everything. child is tipped up, and then Krishna will come looking for the child. Who is the child? Smells very good, right? So Tulsi Maharani will clean up. She's a very, very loving mother. So this is a translation of the Vrinda Devi Ashtakam, and Madhavi will now sing the the song written by Sharishan Chakravarti Thakur. Okay. Okay.
Hi Krishna.
Tune. Yeah. So this tune we're singing.
Yeah. It's inspired by His Grace Havi Prabhu, Prabhupada disciple. He's also famously known as the Manchester. Gangeya champetadidvi Gangeya champetadi Gangeya champetadidvirinde Ruchi pravaha snapitatma vrinde Bandhu kabandhu dyuti devyavaso Vrinde namaste charanara vindam Bimbadarodvitvaramanahasya Nasagramukta Dyutidipikasye Vichitaratnavaranashriyade Nindi Namaste Charanarabindam Samasta Vaikuntha Shiromanasri Krishnasya Vrinda Vanadhanyadani Dattadidare Vrishabhanuputya Vinde Namaste Charanarabindam Tvadatnaya Pallava Pushpa Vringa Vikadide Madhava Kili Kunja Madhvadi Vidvanti Vibhushamana Vinde Namaste Charanarabindam Vadiya Dutena Nikunjayonur Atyuktayo Kili Vilasa Siddhi Tvatsobhadankena Niruchatam Tad Vrinde Namaste Charanarabindam Rasabhilaso Vasadishcha Vrinda Vani Twadeshagri Saroja Seva Labhya cha Pumsam Kripaya Tvaiva Vrinde Namaste Charanarabindam Sankirtayasi Sattvatantra Vidbhir Leelabhidana Kila Krishna Shakti Tavaiva Murtis Tulasi Niloki Vrinde Namaste Charanarabindam Bhaktya Vihina Aparada Lakshay Kshiptascha Kamadi Tarangamadi Kripamai Tvam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanarabindam Vrinda Vrindashtakam ya Shrunuyat Patitvam Vrindavanadisha Padabja Bringa Saprapya Vrindavana Nityavasam Tat Prema Sevam Labhate Hitartham. A person who is like a bumblebee at the lotus feet of Vrindavan's king and queen, and who reads or hears this Vrindavan Ashtaka, will eternally reside in Vrindavan and attain loving service to that divine couple. Gangeya champeya tadit vinindi ruchi pravaha snapitatma vrinde bandhu kabandhu dyuti devyavaso vrinde namaste charanarabindam vrinde namaste charanarabindam vrinde namaste Charanarabindam. Vrinda Devi Ashtakam ki jai, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki jai.
so much, everyone. I'm a bit early. I finished a bit early. That's 7 minutes. Does anyone have any questions or comments, any realizations, anything I would like to share? We have quite a bit of time before Aarti starts at 12:30. Kindly forgive me, but before that, kindly forgive me for many mistakes. What I spoke, I try my best. But if at all you found any mistakes, it's all because of mine. And if at all you found anything useful from this particular series of discussions which we had, it's all the mercy of my Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. So I kindly offer your corrections. Let me know how can I improve in serving all of your devotees. So thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Questions, comments.
No one has a realization. We have one. If you'd like to share how you felt your devotional service improved.
Oh yeah. This what my realization is. So whatever I was doing, and so after Srimati Tulsi Maharani came to Univas, this is what my realization is, that my devotional service improved exponentially, whatever I did. But I did the same thing as I did after Tulsi Maharani came. The activities were the same, but the results were different. So as I mentioned, Tulsi Maharani acts as a catalyst. The activities will be the same, but the reaction time will be faster, right? So this is what my realization is. Because of her mercy, I got more serious, you could say. I could feel reciprocation from Krishna and his devotees. So that is extremely close to my heart with the Devi Oshima Tulsi Maharani. So anyone has their realizations, so please do share. We'd love to hear.
Muna Mataji has a very unique Tulsi Maharani. She's as great as a tree. Her leaves are humongous. Any realizations, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Madhvi Mataji and Narottama Vilas Prabhu. Thank you. It's really just a blessing from the devotees. I've gotten the Tulsi plants from devotees, and it's I have to tell you one thing, it's really hard and they're very sensitive to take care of. Yes, I always look forward to, taking care of Tulsi Maharani, and I share the leaves with the devotees, extra Tulsi leaves I have, so they can use in the service of Radha and Krishna. So yes, I don't know. It's most likely helping me in my devotional service, definitely, but I just don't know. So
we chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Papa said, one doesn't need to know the meaning of the mantra, one doesn't need to know the language of the mantra. We don't need to know what the ingredient of the medicine is. To take the medicine will work irrespective of whether you know what the content of the medicine is. Tulsi Maharani automatically start. You must have realized where you were in the past and now where you are. It's for introspection. You will know. You know what you were, right? So
yes.
You see yourself, and you can attribute to, could say, fate, whatever. But we know is by the mercy of devotees, and we're serving Tulsi Maharani. So I'm sure she must have showered.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much. And it's Tulsi Maharani is like a person. It's not like a plant, for me. Any little thing, it just makes me nervous. I'm like, like I call other devotees Madhav Gaurang Prabhu. I'm like, what should I do? Just I lost the Tulsi plant and it really made me sad. It's just they're like a person. They're not a plant. They're definitely divine.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, we have 2 more minutes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the wonderful class, for the entire
Thank you.
series. Really liked it so much. I wanted to say that ever since we started singing Tulsi Aarti in our Bhagavatam class in the evening, just I became so attached to the song and the bhajan, and every day we play at our home. It's one of my favorite bhajans, especially by Swarup Damodar Prabhu. It's just so soothing to hear. Yeah. And I had one question, Prabhu.
Yes.
I read many times that it's we're prohibited from plucking Tulsi Maharani leaves on Dwadashi. I would like to know the reason why, if there's any.
It's like she fasts during Ekadashi. I think before I've heard from devotees fast during Ekadashi. She's extremely tired, so we don't want to disturb her.
Not just fast, also
Not
she
fast.
brings so much
service
service.
Ekadashi.
Because everyone's doing abhishek and then offering so many items and everything. So everyone's plucking her and everything. So she's super engaged in service. And then we give her one day of rest.
Okay.
I mentioned she's the person, not just a
yeah,
plant.
she's the person. Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
you are, yeah.
Very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. One more minute. I think then. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you for speaking about the glories of eternal associate of Lord. Whenever I see her or bow down to her, I think of I'm associating with Lord Krishna and all of his dear devotees by bowing down to her.
Right.
It's so important to, I think, in our practices to be very mindful of what we're doing, and to take shelter of her is to take shelter of Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna. So I know I'm giving a series of classes on Tulsi Maharani, and I can see you're enthused by reading about her and her glory. That's very, very wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Glory to Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai.
So we'll Sanvi today, right? That's what.
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Krishna.
Thanks, Sanvi.
Sanvi, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
There's an echo.
Is there still an echo?
Before you start, just a quick thing.
Now it's good.
Before you guys start, quick thing. Temples open 2:30. Thank you, Shri.
Thank you. So Maya Putavi is not working. So I'm going to share the WhatsApp photos, which Snah Prabhu shared in a group.
Thank you.
And then, yeah.
I'm going to do the temple now, so if you don't mind doing that part.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Please, Sandy, please go ahead. Thank you so much.
Swami
सच्चिदानंद देव भगवान की
जय।
हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की
जय। Nitya Gaur Premanande.
Now I'll have Shripada sing the Narasimha Pranam.
Shiva.
Hare Krishna, Shripada.
Hare Krishna.
Happy birthday.
Yesterday was
Thank
Shriva's
you.
birthday.
Yeah.
Everyone please bless her.
Yeah. Get started whenever you're ready.
Okay. Namaste Narashinghaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Bhakti Shoni Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Vanchakalpaturevyascha kripa sindhuveva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Thank you.
Bhakti Shripada ki jai. Thank you so much, Shripada.
You're welcome. Let's take the headphones off.
Okay,
Hare
thank
Krishna,
you so much.
thank you so much. Wish you very, very happy Krishna conscious birthday, Shripada. Thank you so much for singing
Thank you.
wonderfully, beautifully. You sang the Stuti. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, William. Thank you so much, Shrika. Thank you so much, Sanvi,
Very well.
for singing the Kirtan, the Aarti as well. Thank you. Okay, the temple is open from 1 to 2:30. Please, listen of our dear lordships, Shri Chirandan. Thank you so much, everyone. Hare Krishna.